My name is Holden Payne. I'm the Wildfire Behavior Analyst with Frontera Forest Solutions, and I burn down the forests of BC thousands of times every day. Fire behavior in forest stands is driven by three key components. That's weather, fuels, and topography. Fuels is just a word borrowed from fire ecology for any combustible material on the ground that we can measure. So it could be trees, it could be sticks, it could be logs, it even could be the duff on top of the soil. And it's crucial that we measure those things correctly to accurately predict wildfire risk, so we know what we're doing in the forest and how that's going to affect fire behavior in the future. Fuels and the vegetation in our forest can broadly be categorized into two groups: surface fuels and canopy fuels. Surface fuels are crucial for driving fire behavior because they determine how likely fire is to spread and to start. Here, let me show you. Surface fuels can broadly be categorized into a couple of groups based on how likely they are to dry out in the forest. 1 hour fuels are the quickest to dry out, 10-hour fuels take a little longer, and 100-hour fuels take a long time to dry out and retain a lot of moisture. These fuels are crucial to measure because they determine where ignitions are most likely, how hot and how fast fires are going to be, and the type of fire behavior we can expect in our forests. Hey, let me show you something. Canopy fuels describe all the forest fuels and vegetation in the air in our forest. They describe everything from the tiny seedlings on the floor up to the big old-growth cedars that live all across BC. Canopy base height, which is the distance between that canopy fuel and the surface fuels on the ground, is crucial for predicting fire behavior because that measurement tells us how hot fires on the surface have to burn to spread up into the canopy. Fires that burn in the canopies of our forests are significantly harder to control, harder to suppress, they burn a lot hotter, and they're much more likely to cause damage to homes in BC. This data can be used in a variety of ways. Fire behavior models in Canada tend to rely on forest fuel types, or classifications. These classifications are general characteristics about forests, how they're likely to burn, what type of fuel they're likely to have, and how likely ignitions are to happen. Now that we've measured and collected data about our fuels and our forests, let's go look at that data back in the office. To model fire behavior and protect our towns and communities, we can aggregate all of the stand-level data we've been collecting up to a landscape-level lens. This can tell us which forest stands are most likely to ignite and under what conditions. The models we use can tell us how much fuel to remove from the forest, how many trees to leave behind, and how to raise the canopies to prevent fire on the surface from spreading into the crown. Hopefully, if we get things right, it'll lead to healthier forests and safer and more resilient BC communities. So what I was saying earlier was that the benefits of the Rotherham model, on top of what Byram did originally in the 60s, is that he took forest fire... Hey, are you still listening?